Hi Mr. Leong and everyone, we are going to present for a few subjects, which is one technology of construction industry, strategies for company and PPP. Please bear with our presentation. We might be speeding as we are trying to include as much information as we can during our presentation. For part A, we choose to employ BIM into our company's quantity surveying practice. BIM can offer our company various advantages by significantly improving the workflow and profitability to compete with other companies which are still using typical methods. In addition, BIM is the current international trend, and it will definitely be the international standard in near future. BIM is a highly collaborative process of generating and managing digital representations of the physical and functional characteristics of the construction design between various project parties. It is more than just a 3D virtual model. It shows how those construction materials hold up over time.
The first competitive advantage BIM offers is time and cost saving. Cost estimating is usually a time-consuming process. With the use of BIM, it has the capability to automate quantity takeoffs from the 3D model, which will significantly reduce the time and cost required to estimate the cost of a project. Secondly, a reliable cost estimate demands accurate building information to minimize estimation errors. With BIM, it can improve the accuracy information and understanding of the construction quantities, thus extracting an accurate BQ for cost estimation, and the cost-checking features will ensure all items are captured, ultimately improving the reliability. In addition, our company will be able to collaborate with companies or parties that employ BIM in their work as well, such as architects use BIM for architectural design and engineers that use BIM for designing the structure. And through BIM, our communication becomes clearer and easier, and we will gain better reliability for our service, eventually achieving greater client satisfaction. Growth of BIM in Malaysia has made slow progress in developing BIM systems, due to many developed countries have already adopted BIM in their construction practice. Therefore, with the implementation of BIM in our company, we can connect and collaborate with international professionals and international companies, opening up more opportunities in the future.
TKS Consultancy is a quantity surveying and construction cost consultancy firm that was established in 1995. TKS Consultancies provides professional quantity surveying and construction cost consultancy services and other related services for civil engineering and building projects. TKS has over 150 administrative staff, quantity surveyors, partners, and associates. TKS's competitors are JUBM Sdn Bhd and Perunding DME Sdn Bhd. JUBM has 180 staff and Perunding DME has 120. Core services of JUBM is cost management and quantity surveying, and PDMA is quantity surveying, project management, and cost management.
So, TQS company decides to implement SWOT analysis to discover our company competitive advantage in the industry. There are 4 components in the SWOT analysis, which are strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. It helps our company to determine how best to compete in the market at large. Besides, our company chooses to use Porter's 5 forces analysis to ensure our company gains a better competitive position in the industry. It is an important tool for understanding the forces that shape competition within an industry. It is also useful for helping our company to adjust our strategy to suit the competitive environment.
Competitive strategy are adopted by the large firm and small firm. We can see the left hand side of the paper is big firm, right hand side of is small firm. There are 4 types of strategies such as cost leadership and focus strategy are adopted by the small firm, but differentiation and growth strategy are adopted by the large firm. Since TQS consultancy firm is a large firm that is applicable to differentiation and growth. It's a differentiation strategy picture. Differentiation strategy is to differentiate products and services by giving a unique value from the small set of competitors. In short, this element emphasizes on providing service that embed the customer in optimizing the economic value of the project rather than providing the customers with low cost and registered service only. In this picture, we can see that growth strategy is a plan of action designed to help business capture a larger share of the market, even if it comes at expense of short-term profit. The type of growth strategy a company implements will depend heavily on factors such as their financial target market and the QS industry they occupy.
Moving on to part C, we will talk about public-private partnership. PPP is a long-term contract, typically over 20 years between a private party and a government entity for the provisions of public services and development of public infrastructure, in which the responsibilities and rewards are shared together. Private finance initiative PFI is the most common form of PPP, which is one of the procurement routes preferred by the government construction strategy. There are several types of PPP which are including build, operate, transfer, build, lease, transfer, build, operate, own, build, lease, maintain, transfer, land swap, and lastly, contract management.
So the benefits of PPP, first of all, the efficiency and the quality of the project can be guaranteed because both parties can do what they are doing the best, and there will be a considerable ROI compared to the projects with all private or all government fulfillment. The risks are well distributed to both parties, and the private party is usually experienced in cost containment. And the disadvantages, the infrastructure or services could be more expensive. When there is less competition within the private parties, their performance might be less cost effective. If the private party lies heavily, the government is taking a risk. There were also some long-term agreements problems in PPP as well.
Regarding on-site advice, the government should issue a well-organized guidelines for the private sector to guide them for the procedure clearly for easy reference. Project tender costs submitted should also be well evaluated to prevent overprice and can consider to implement selective tendering for more competitive rates. Furthermore, the direct users may be required to pay high charges, example like toll highways, so the government should retain some rights in order to evaluate the reasonableness of these charges. At last, the tender company should be qualified for well-managed financial health and have sufficient expertise on the management. That's all for our presentation. Thank you.